good morning, and good afternoon to all people, all colors, all races, all languages around the world, men, women, children, no matter where you are. Good morning and good afternoon to everyone. Hello, and today we're starting out the day. I want to bring you to people my age. There was this show called The Apollo, and they would have all the entertainers come out on the stage, and then right in the middle or right before the Apollo ended, they would always dedicate a show to the individual who had passed, who made contributions not only but to our lives, but also to the industry in which they sprung forth out of to become known all over the world. So today, this video is dedicated to a beautiful woman who you see on my side, and the topic has to do with something that she instilled in me, and her name is Gussie Steele. And I remember when I first moved into a city which was a bigger city from where I was from, and people who know me know that I've always traveled alone, so that's why I always consider myself a lone wolf. And I remember my car, because I rented an apartment from her, and that's how I got to know her. But she became more than just a person; she became like a mother. And every year, I go to see her. And well, let me get back to how everything came to be. So one time my car had messed up, and I worked for a delivery service, which I needed my vehicle. So I said to her, I said, look, Miss Steele, I'm gonna have to probably move, in a month or two. And I remember, she said, where's your car? And I said, I think I blew my engine, and my car is like 5 cities away. And long story short, she said, here, take my car. And so I took my car to go out to my car, and she sent the tow truck out to my car and had my car towed. And we became the best of friends. And throughout the years, every year I made it a point to go and visit and go see her. Not only her, but her daughter Carly, as well as Carly's son Andy. They became my friends. On the holidays, she would make dinners. She would bring me dinners, invite me into the home, and she treated me like a son. And the thing about Miss Steele was, she did this for. She didn't do what she did for me for anyone, but she had that type of heart where she was non-judgmental, and she helped people all over the city of New Haven. And this is why I've always said that I claim New Haven as my home, because I have never met, and I've traveled the world. I mean, not the world. I've traveled this country. I don't fly and I don't get on boats. But I've traveled this country from coast to coast, meaning from one end of Canada to Washington State, Canada, down through California, and back through the Midwest. So I've been as well as down in the South. There's only 5 states that I have never been. And each year I made it a point to go and see her. So this is going to tie in, because this is going to be, this is going to be probably broken down into 2 parts, because it's all the same topic. So, part 1 is explaining, my love for this woman. And so I would always go visit and go and make sure she's okay and if she needs anything. So I was always in gratitude, and this is something that we should all be in gratitude for. So over this past summer, which was COVID, I went to her house, and I noticed that the house was empty. So I took it for granted, and I said, you know what, she is getting older. She probably sold off all her properties, because she owned houses a few houses in that city. So I said she probably, got rid of all her homes and stuff. She is coming up in age. She has a really, really beautiful house that she was renting out. She didn't even live in that house. So this is why I was like, maybe she finally decided to move into, that house and settle down and retire. So I went to call her and contact her, because I woke up and I go back. I was speaking to a friend of mine who is Miss M, and thank you so much, Miss M, for always being there for me and being an awesome friend and showing love, because there's only very few people, and there's a few people out in Facebook Nation, as well as the people that come in and support these videos, that have really good hearts, and they want the best for all of humanity. And as if you see, those numbers have, at one time where, it was controversy and how to do this and how to do that and why things happen, as long as it was drama involved, those views were there. But once, you say that, hey, this is not what this channel is all about, it pretty much goes. So, for the few that have stayed, thank you so much. And So it was a conversation that I had with her, Miss M, and I said, look, when I was 18 years old, I said I knew 50 people easily that had pure, good, true hearts. And was always working together, not bad mouthing, not talking about. There was no drama. We wanted the best for everything and everyone. And I said, now at my age at 56, that number has completely gone down to 5 people, actually 5 people. So it just shows you how time and that the devil is a liar and he's doing so much to divide. But now to get back to Miss Steele, who was a heavy influence in my life, so trying to contact her, I looked up her number. I called her because I always had her number, but it was a man who was on the machine, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't her phone. So I dialed it again, and same thing. It was a man who was on the phone. So I looked it up online, and as I'm scrolling down to see if there's a different number, it said obituary, and this is the obituary that you see. When I clicked on it, that's what I first saw was this picture, this photo, along with the obituary. And I didn't cry. I didn't feel sad because the devil is a liar. And we view things in a way to say that there is a loss. But if you look at the laws of physics, which is Einstein was a heavy influencer of the modern day physics, they use his physics today. And they say he's the father of modern day physics. So we travel in space because of his physics and the laws that of physics that he set forth for us. So he said that no matter is lost, no energy is lost, nothing material is lost. It reanimates itself or it transforms into something different, but nothing on this universe is lost, so nothing on this universe can be taken away. And one thing that, now we're going to get into religion, whereas, when we look at, our Bibles, whatever religion we're in, Jesus Christ is saying the same thing. So that, we are all, created through, the Most High. So I don't feel sad. And it's like with my father or, my grandmother. It's anyone that I have lost. In the beginning, it was always man who told us, oh, what are you going to do? No, all I do is look within. And this ties into, so Miss Steele, truly a blessing, and you are within me. You're in me. So I can't miss you. All I have to do is look within. And thank you for, the impact that you had on my life, while you were here on this earth, and I can't wait to see you again. So, today's video is in dedication to Gussie Steele of New Haven, Connecticut, the most beautiful woman that I have ever encountered in all of my travels. So, now to get on to today's topic, because I said it twice. So today's topic is the devil is a liar. And the reason that I say that the devil is a liar is because we have to realize that we're all more than human. And, it goes with the scripture that tells us. It tells us exactly this. So if you look in any Bible, you look up 2 Corinthians 4:4, it says that, the Apostle Paul says that Satan is blinding the eyes of mankind, so that of the non-believers, and he's holding them. He's holding all of the people who don't want to see, because he doesn't want us to know who we actually really are. Now, to go away from, religion, because this is not what it's about, I want to bring up the Ukraine as well as Russia. So I want to send first condolences, not only to Ukraine and Russia, but to all the people in Africa, as well as the people in the Middle East, other wars that are taking place. However, when we look in the Bible and we look in religion, it says that wars will take place one after the other. So those smaller wars, even though they're wars, they are not at the magnitude of this war. This war is going to change the dynamics of the world that we live in now. Because from this war, greater and more bigger wars are going to start, even if this one subsides. Because if you read, if we read our history, if we read our Bibles, it says that in the Bible that the beast, they will start, these entities are going to start devouring one another. They're going to be at war, great war with one another. So this is the beginning of that great war. Now, there's also smaller wars that are taking right here in our country, which is the United States. So we're going to experience civil war with turmoil within it, because we're seeing it. The average everyday person shooting up this and shooting up that. And the average, people that we trust, people in powers, they're being exposed, for being fraudulent. And one of the things that I'm saying in this regard is the person that you see in that photo, he was a former state's attorney, state prosecutor. He was prosecuting people. And, for years he was taking bribes where people were committing crimes, and he was taking payouts. So he's like, where somebody should have received a life sentence, he only gave them like 13 months, and most of that was done on probation. So, you know, all these things are starting to be exposed because the floodgates have been opened. So the devil is a liar, and this is all coming undone. So I want to get a little bit deeper. And